Here's what the coach said. It's really difficult to make accurate judgments on both batting units based upon the surfaces that we played on. That cricket was borderline impossible to play at certain stages. Some of those deliveries from Mitchell Starc, the way the ball behaved under lights, so it's a bigger question for what the pink dukes looks like for test match cricket, really. Yeah, all good torch. Why's the sky falling in? In a series that had a top score of 75 across 12 innings, Australia's winning margins were 176 runs, 133 runs, and 59 runs. That's in the midst of an away series clean sweep. But what does it all mean for the Ashes starting in 5 months? Australia have won 15 of their last 18 tests, but that doesn't stop us from sweating if England win a session at home. The Ashes isn't about winning, it's about fear. Is it 5 months of anxiety? Is it 5 months of wondering if we'll be subject to colonial online baiting, provocation, and insufferable quips about whose king is whose? Or is it footy season, and we're just wondering who's going to make the 8? Over in the UK, we're in that part of the series where nothing is fair, the technology is against us, the over 8s are against us, Paul Rifle is against us, and the World Test Championship is against us. At least we know where the next 4 or 3 World Test Championships are going to be. That's before we get into the 4th Test, starting at Old Trafford on Thursday. Aggers' hat, AskTGC, some thank yous and some welcome backs. This episode is brought to you by SwiftX. Kick off your crypto journey with SwiftX. Join SwiftX and get $20 in Bitcoin for new customers only by using the link in the show notes of this episode. Pezza.
I just want to say off the top, wonderful intro, obviously, he goes. I thought that following the pink ball game at Sabina Park, you know, which Torch here, oh yeah, George.
Hey, Torch.
Is that Hodge? Is that Hodge again?
Slipped into a bit of, well, we have been on the continent. Well, sort of.
Hey, Torch.
Hey, Torch.
Yeah. Where's the Heelzo pink ball bin instructional?
Finally.
We're not in cahoots with SEN about this, by the way. I just want to know where it is. It's probably harder to do a pink ball bin instructional on that surface, but it would still be good.
Yeah.
I want to know, what are we looking at? Get forward, get behind it, wear it on the body.
Yeah, well, the problem is that it is flat in the SEN studio, and it was not flat in the Caribbean.
Well, yeah, it wasn't flat in Delhi either.
Well, he made it look pretty flat.
Yeah, 100 off 30 rocks.
That's when you do that one. One man there.
That's when you go there. Yeah. That's right.
Defend it.
Too often letting balls drift down leg side, be defended instead of going over there.
Shangri-La.
Yeah, doesn't get much better.
Now,
yes, we're back though. We're back.
We are back. We have returned, and we are. I'm still in the midst of some jet lag. I'll be honest with you. I know Trent's in the same situation. TB, thank you for putting this all together as per. But just touching it from the top here. Just enormous thank you to people that came and see us in Birmingham and London. Jimmy Anderson, Stuart Broad on stage. Nearly 4,000 people, I suppose, we performed in front of just across a couple of shows. There was guest appearances on the No Balls podcast for the BBC. There was TalkSport, thanks to Jared Kimber. There was TMS as well, thanks to Dan Norcross. We filmed a podcast inside Lords where we spoke about things we should not have. We got to film our dailies, pitch side at Edgbaston, and of course at Lords itself, which is always just incredible experience, never not amazing. So just
we filmed Patreon in a dogging park. So you can't say walk with kings, not lose the common touch. Kipling. Never lose the common touch.
Unfortunately, we didn't get sucked off in the park. We kept going back.
I did have to get changed in there at one stage, and there was a knock at the door. I haven't told you that yet. Why don't I tell you on a podcast?
It was just an umpire. On our way, boys.
It is always nice. Oh, and by the way, thanks to everybody who so kindly offered their acknowledgement and permission for us to have a few days off the podcast as well. Enjoy your break, boys.
That being Thursday and Friday.
For 2 days.
Cheers.
Yeah. That's that magnanimous, kind, appreciate it, and that's the community that we've built.
That's community, yeah.
But we're back, and I think there's only 13 things coming out this week. So, again, if you can deal with the scaling back, not to be confused with scaling up, Ed Cowan's podcast, when he moonlights as a investment banker or whatever it is that he does. A good podcast, by the way. How to scale up. Now, but it's always nice to cradle in the warmth of Test cricket in England under the northern summer light, isn't it, Higgins? Yeah. You know, which is what we do, and it must be nice, and it is nice, and thank you to people. And it was, Jimmy, very, very, like, it was a lovely thing to meet him on stage, mind you. He got stuck on the M6 or whatever it was that he come down from. As people were singing his name, oh, Jimmy, doing that thing. We're like, hi, I'm Sam.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
But stay backstage. Yeah. And maybe we mentioned this last show. It was really good. And Brody, same thing. So Brody was great. Enjoyed a few Reds post-show as well, which must be nice. Was nice. For those who weren't at the show, thanks to those who came, but those who weren't at the show, like, we went to all the places with Brody. Nothing was off limits, really. He knew what he was doing. We were trying to do things. Someone kept yelling out Akash Deep in the crowd.
Yeah.
Another person wanted us to fuse players with garden furniture.
Yes. Yeah.
And then someone else emailed this week just to apologise for heckling. And I'm really sorry. And I was like, don't know if I heard it or don't, you know what I mean? So
I didn't say that. Okay.
Yeah. But even like, although we had Brody there and we got on well, and humans were humans who, you know, shook hands and enjoyed each other's company over a glass of red, like, make no mistake, the intractable tribal positions remain, you know?
Yeah.
That has to be that way. No one's, you know, gone over the other side. No jerseys were swapped.
No.
You know?
No. There were no half and halves.
There's no half and halves. All right, that.
We're going to smash you in the ashes. Yeah, what about your top three?
Brody's a wanker. You should fucking walk. fuck, why didn't you walk?
That's Hodgie if he was deaf.
Yeah, deaf Hodge who's come from a Bulldogs game.
Doggies.
Always nice when you're on stage at the Hammersmith Apollo, 10 minutes in for your mics to go off.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
First time.
Has that ever happened to Midnight Oil or Ricky Gervais or anyone else there? John Lennon? JL? The original.
He was too close to the players. That being Yoko Ono.
But it did, and then it was swiftly dealt with, thankfully, because that could have been so for those listening, watching, just mid joke, 10 minutes in, sound completely cut, and just sitting there like dick in hand stuff, 3,000 people. They were just sitting there, just Humpty Dumpty.
Never happened before.
Never at a show, and maybe after about it, people started going, whoa, it was like, oh, do we yell out or what do we do? And then we just walked off stage. People clapped, went, what's going on? Like, yeah, no, the power's been cut. You know, we can see that.
Now back to my Ish and Kishin bit.
Yeah.
Jay Shah is powerful.
Yes, the Ish and Kishin bit. That is, some of those books are burnt in certain countries.
Yeah.
So, but the sound came back on, so that was good.
Yeah.
It was funny. Actually, at that moment, we went side stage, 3,000 people sitting there, no sound, thinking, long way to come for that. and in the doorway, Brody leaning on the doorway, with the biggest smile on his face.
Yeah.
Knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He was great. But yeah, it's one of those things, like, being in England at that time. We were very accommodated, the hospitality, ECB, excellent. Everyone in the press box, very welcoming. It was very cool. And then, amazing, contrast to, the crash and bang of 3 months of the IPL. You know, straight from that into Test cricket.
Yeah, totally.
And, you think about the purity of Test cricket in England. And as soon as you say that, you think, no, that's a little, is there alarms go off, you're saying something like Anglo-centric there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is the game now just a crass monopolisation from Indian ventures to rinse short-term profits you know, as you sit there at Lords and just watch it gently, watch the baseball flatties at 5 and over and go, this is great. You know, like you wonder about the custodianship of the game, preservation of the thread of the thing, you know, while you're sitting there at Lords. Like, is cricket now just the BCCI and big cement repackaging the game into big colours and noises, saturating our TVs for bulk coin and gradually killing the tradition and tapestry of what came before? Take politics out of sports, they say. Take politics out of sports. It's pure politics. It's history. It's power. Exercised through cricket. There's only regard for tradition, insofar as there's enough of it to pacify and placate the sceptics. Otherwise, it's just expressing cricket through the most hyper-capitalist dystopian hell. To hell with anything else. It's payback time. Now, that's not my view. I think there's space for both, and that was my takeaway from being in England in the lovely summer light, sharing a Guinness, splitting the G with you, which we did many times, and a number of our friends from India and England. It was a beautiful thing, and I'm very grateful that we had the opportunity to do that.
3 old goblins, thanks.
3 old goblins, thanks. 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup.
Walk and chew gum.
Walk and chew gum. Kings, common touch. Dogging parks, Lords.
Schooner score here. Rating a schooner in 60 seconds.
It's very nice. That's good.
An unassuming night of Division 3-4 winter indoor cricket took an unexpected turn when Sri Lankan great Lasith Malinga turned up as a fill-in. Malinga was sporting his trademark golden locks as his notorious sling action sent down some thunderbolts at the Springvale Indoor Centre in Melbourne's southeast on Tuesday night. Malinga figured for IMF United, who were playing hit and run, with Malinga's side winning 105-78. People might have seen the footage of Malinga just hurling down some rockets to some blokes in between night shift, and it looks terrifying. But he's out there, he's having a good time.
I felt sorry for the opposition because, like, in the footage, like I think he's wearing a hoodie. I mean, there are guys who play indoor cricket who probably wouldn't follow cricket every single day of their lives, you know what I mean? Or they might be ringers, and like he just kind of ambles in, and then the ball's at this guy's head.
Yeah. A lot of players would be hiding from authorities.
Absolutely.
So they wouldn't have devices.
Yeah, which, before realising, once again, indoor cricket's a honey trap. But then I felt sorry for the opposition until I realised that their team name is actually Hit and Run. I mean, that is one of the most violent names I've ever heard. Like, I know it's meant to be some kind of, you know, nod to the game you might play in the backyard, but it's also the name of a crime.
Yeah. I think they're backed by the Saudis, Hit and Run.
So maybe Malinga just took it personal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, Jordan Styles.
I see. You know?
Right, okay, well.
But I'm kind of like, the footage that we saw, I haven't seen any kind of Zapruder stuff with it. I just saw one. And the first one, he just bowls a bouncer.
Yeah.
And then it's just him nerdling the ball around, and he looks like he plays indoor cricket in fucking Springvale. And he always did with the bat. Fair play to him, or whatever. But I'd rather see it.
Yeah, tyres.
I'd rather see it steaming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, off the back fence, which is worth 8 or something.
Yeah.
6?
Yeah.
8?
6. Yeah.
My own experience, I've said this before on Patreon, playing indoor cricket was I was in the last partnership. I needed like 2 to win or something like that.
Yeah.
Last ball. And nicked it and got caught behind. And then in the handshakes afterwards, the guy just said to me, "Suck shit."
One of the most enduring kind of like insults or sledges. And it goes beyond cricket.
I think I was 18.
Yep.
So
I played indoor cricket with my uncle's team for a year at Gladesville Indoor Sports in a team called What's Occurring, and
okay.
He had it was and there was a few like first graders hanging around in the team,
really?
And we destroyed everybody.
Well, there's obviously some great footage of Mark and Steve Waugh playing, where Steve Waugh's nickname there is Schooners.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. No, Schooners. What is he, 17 at the time?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe New South Wales, yeah.
Yeah. We had a guy with a profound stutter in our side, but like which is just is what it is. But the punchlines from guys with stutters are incredible. I just still remember him telling a story about being hit in the box.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do it, but like it completely nailed the punchline. The stutter removed. I still, like, me and my friend were playing together.
Yeah.
We still talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
King speech
Very good
stuff.
player. King speech stuff, absolutely. Shangri-La, yeah. King speech stuff, exactly. So anyway, yeah, indoor cricket. I guess it can, fuse friendships.
Let's talk about West Indies and Australia.
Yeah.
And a shout out to...
And the fallout.
And the fall off. Let's give a shout out as well to Cricket Atal, who Pete's been over, Palestine Pete's been over there in the Windies. There's a game happening right now as we are recording the T20 whatever. And Australia...
Cam Green's on 40 odds, so again, the Caribbean tour continues apace.
But excellent work from Pete, especially. He's obviously been over there, but they've been podcasting remotely. But
supported by those who support Cricket Atal, by the way.
Exactly. So if you want to get behind that, and obviously the next few months where we're just building up to everything, including the current series happening in England, is just about the Ashes. We don't have any red ball cricket for the Australian national side anyway, coming up until that first Test match in Perth for the Ashes. And so basically, we're all just pondering about what any of this means, including walking down the street. What does this mean for the Ashes?
I regard the upcoming Shield, like first half of the season, as international cricket, given the stakes.
Perfect.
But Cricket Atal, particular shout out as well. I mean, Gideon and Pete are the best writing duo in the game. Comfortably, it's NBA Jam 93 arcade styles, really.
And they'd appreciate that.
I'm sure they do, especially with their political views. But Gideon's just published a piece and an article about the 20 years since the 05 Ashes, and it's just 800 words, and it's pure gold. It's just a wonderful thing. Please support independent media, two best cricket writers in the game. We are proudly in partnership with them, so you can read their excellence.
It's titled 2 World Wars, 1 Home Ashes from Gideon.
He's best in the business.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about that series before we get into England and India a little bit later in the show. But
should we mop it up? I mean, because all the chat was last week, but we were gratefully permitted 48 hours off while we recovered from jet lag.
Yeah. So what was that?
Yes.
I mean, I mentioned at the top of the show, Andrew McDonald made his case that it was barely cricket at times. And it's difficult to understand what any of it means, given that the wickets were difficult and the pink jukes was a fucking joke, basically. I mentioned there about whilst Australia struggled with the bat, the top score in the series was by Brandon King, I think, made 75, so not an Australian, so that's been disappointing. 12 innings in the series, 75 the top score. Australia won the games by 176, 133 and 159. So, I mean, that is a toweling up of the home side in low-scoring affairs. They've won 15 of the last 18 tests, but they lost the golden lollipop, so that hurts. But we can't bat.
Apparently.
So I wonder how much we need to crack our heads open and fit on the goo inside, or if we just cool our jets and thinking, geez, for a team that's fucking shit, they win a lot. They do win a lot of games for a team that's fucking shit. You know what I mean? Keep getting told by England people that our team's fucking shit.
Yeah, well, it's I mean, we've traversed this stuff. It's not the right kind of wins.
No. I think this is,
and that's the malaise and the discomfort at the heart of this Australian team. Not just comes as politics.
Yeah.
The whole anthropogenic climate change, but you fly in a plane. Paradox.
Yes.
That he's never answered.
It's not Hayden Langer Ponting. So, is it anything?
Well, because you look at this and you look at the conversation about Constance, obviously his new name,
yes,
and Marnus and
Green at 3,
Kawaji,
and
Kawaji did a Kawaji, and and the discomfort at the heart of the team is that it's a backdrop of blokes averaging 30 with the blade and bowlers averaging 10, and we're sitting there going, "Fuck, we've got great bowlers."
Yeah.
And our batters are shit. As it's such a lopsided team. This team, just like batters can't fucking hit one. And the bowlers are just they're amongst the greatest of all time.
Yes.
Right. And that's just amazing how it's happened this way. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, you've got statistics saying this is statistically the biggest shit tips that we've been playing on.
Yeah.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of Cummins' great tricks. Ultimately, this comes down to Cummins, which in turn leads to Bailey.
Yeah.
But he's come in as skipper. We're figuring this out now. He's come in as skipper with all of his politics, and then he said, you know what, why don't we bowl on some shit tips for 5 years?
Yeah.
Why don't we, he just comes in as a skipper, he goes, we'll have a bowl. Yeah.
Half a decade. Let's have a roll.
Why don't we have a bowl? And why don't we? And it's only a slight correction on what's been 100 years of Australian souls averaging 40 and 50, and we don't know what to do because you look at the results, as you say, 15 wins out of 18. Okay, shit tips central at the Caribbean in the Caribbean, 3-figure wins each time.
Yeah,
and we're like something's not right.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, it was good. Ricky Ponting was good.
Yeah. Yeah. But, when you zoom out, maybe it's high time that the bowlers had a crack in Australia, kind of like when you zoom out, you see why India is intent on destroying everything that the Anglers, hold dear.
Of course. So the nature of the wins, particularly the 27 all-out, has... What are we talking about? 27. And also, they were overs with that, with a couple of misfits.
I think Brady did this one. Shout out, Brady. Explaining that despite Mitch Stark's imperious record with the pink ball, he's never really warmed to it, particularly at the start of his career. But then after they were bowled out for 27, he said, I am warming to it. I've softened my stance on the pink ball. But I think the point is it throws up almost a different set of statistics.
Yeah,
pink ball cricket.
Yeah, so the nature of that win took away the achievement of the side, and just we started to talk about it's devastating what's happened with the West Indies.
Became too good.
Now, at the same time, when we talk about the death of the West Indies and their red ball cricket, I did see that the West Indies champions in that Champions League team, which includes figures like Chris Gale, Kyron Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, they're going to wear a jersey embellished with 18-karat gold.
Oh, sick.
So the iconic jersey will be available in 30 grams, 20 grams, and 10-gram editions. It's also a tribute to West Indies greats from Sir Clive Lloyd to Gale.
Oh, hang on. So is this the result of the greats getting together?
Because we know after the ball for 27, the legends got together.
It was Viv, BC Lara, Clive Lloyd.
Yes, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
After that, said the chair said, "All right, let's bring the greats together." Yeah. And what's emanated out of this day-long chat is let's sell jerseys with gold in them. That's fucking awesome.
So I wouldn't say everyone's struggling in the West Indies. They are wearing jerseys which got gold in them.
It's funny how this just go the early crow here. Greeny's just made a 25-ball 50, and he looks like he's sort of using his muscles, so I like it, but. It's funny how the West Indies are actually quite good at a format where they pay you well for it.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting? Yeah.
So there's that.
Constance, is it just Constance watch? Or do you want to...
Can I talk about Scott Boland, who's averaging 16 in Test cricket?
Yeah.
Who I think he took a hat-trick as well from memory. Didn't get the match ball, but, all the best. Australia has 5 bowlers in the top 10 of the ICC rankings.
Yeah, funny.
It's it. Yeah. And England have 3 batters in the top 10 of the ICC rankings. Australia's 1.
It's a great generation.
So England really, really good at batting. Australia really, really good at bowling. I don't know what the circumstances around those two things, but maybe it could just be a good matchup for the Ashes, But I do wonder with Boland, who as I mentioned is averaging 16, I wonder at what point it'll be like he has to play. I don't know if there is a number. Is there a number where it's like?
Well, I think back in the the golden era of batting in the 90s, Hodge talked a lot about scoring multiple hundreds in a row, and then he was encouraged to make 200. And then he did that, and it still didn't happen for him. I just wonder with Boland, he's averaging 16. It's can you just squeeze us to a 10?
A strong start to the Shield for him, and he might be in the mix.
Yeah, So I think you were saying off air, it's like, what's the number? Like, what number does he pass? We go, all right, you can play. You're in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. As we know, the answer to these things is it's like if you had this conundrum in grade cricket, it's not. It'll have nothing to do with effectiveness on field. He's done that. It's off field matters that he needs to concern himself with. There's a triumvirate who are unimpeachable. How do you impeach them?
Jackson Bird stuff. He needs to work on his batting, but Slug's playing well. So
yeah,
can Boland open the batting?
Yeah. It's not going to be too different a result.
It's just someone to hang in there.
Nathan Lyon as well.
So let's talk about Australia's batting.
Khawaja,
Konstas, Green is the other headlines because Travis Head is he's doing well. Steve Smith.
Yeah, Australia's top three is struggling. They're traditionally the hardest place to bat on difficult wickets.
Yeah.
Carey,
Carey, Slug, Smith, Head, Carey, Slug, Carey, all doing great.
Yep,
they're doing great. So just 1, 2, 3.
Yep. I'm seeing the sentiment is like Konstas has bombed a golden chance to make himself undroppable in the West Indies. That's what I'm reading. I don't know if 3 of the most statistically provable shit tips, one of which was against a pink Dukes under lights that didn't work, made it a particularly golden chance for him. But I think the retrospective conversation is now that they should have played him in Sri Lanka and not played him here, right? So everyone now knows this, and now Bailey was wrong to have done that. People are forgetting they needed to win those games in Sri Lanka. They weren't in the World Test Championship final. It's a rare chance to bet in an Asian style of play for India later, which they largely did and did well. But now it's like, no, I should have played Konstas there. So, really, Konstas has just revealed himself to, have to clean up a lot of technical deficiencies, which is not abnormal for a 19-year-old.
If in the 2 test matches he made 2 50s, maybe about 100, and then he went to the West Indies and the same thing happened, wouldn't we be in the exact same spot?
Yeah.
Maybe. Australia...
Do you think Konstas should... really, they asked him to, bat properly, which is... hasn't bat properly. Perhaps he should have brought back the scoop.
Maybe. Maybe. It looked difficult to even hit it. Especially with the pink ball where guys were fearful. Alex Carey got hit in the head and couldn't wicket keep because he had concussion. The batters were talking about how the ball was picking up pace off the deck. Steve Smith got bowled when he looked like he couldn't see it. I found it hard to see it on the TV. So, it looks hard, right?
Our guys are shit.
Yeah, and our guys are shit. And then... you think about in Sri Lanka when Australia made in the first test they made 650 and Khawaja made 230.
Yeah.
Those were cheapies.
Yeah,
that didn't count.
They don't count.
I think with Khawaja's an interesting one because there looks to be there is a technical deficiency with around the wicket. Every left-hander in the history of the game, from what I can see, has had a problem with right armers coming around the wicket and the stumps come and play. It's decking both ways, inside out.
But they also cheat with leg side play and glorious cover drives.
That's a good point.
So it does balance itself out, checks and balances.
That's right.
Yeah.
And this is the hard thing about quantitative results. Usman Khawaja I think he made a 40-something in one of the innings, 47 maybe in the first test match.
He batted 2.5 hours in that pink ball game.
He bats time, so then they end up making plus 200 in the first innings. That's a tricky thing when you grow up when you're watching Australia bat first at the Gabba and make 1 million, and that's the expectation for life now. And then your expectations it just can't be good enough for a guy to bat 30 overs. It's got, but he's actually helped.
When do we start accepting mediocrity?
He's actually helped significantly. 4, 5, 6, 7 score the runs to actually win these games by fucking enormous margins when the top score of the series is 75. You know what I mean? So I'm less concerned about Khawaja than I am, say, Konstas, but perhaps. But Green made 42 in that pink ball test. That is probably the innings of the series, There's still more. The small sample sizes. They're 3 innings, but I don't think there's anyone in Australia that could have done what Khawaja did. I still feel like he probably is the best opening batter in Australia. That's going to annoy a lot of people because it's like, boys, he's shit. His eyes have gone. I think that's pretty harsh, and given all the decks they've been subjected to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like in many ways, it's a blessing for him. Like in last summer, he got to say that he was facing Bumrah, which he was.
Yeah, he played.
And now this time he's like impossible decks.
Yeah.
So, and also can't drop me now. Konstas can't play. Can't drop two. Yeah. It's impossible. So
Marnus has had a great series.
Marnus has had a great series, and Khawaja has in lieu of Constance. Now, I don't know if Constance agrees because I'm looking at this graphic from Fox Cricket.
Okay.
With player ratings. Now, I learnt actually over in England that like, and this is fascinating, but when it comes to print press, like in sport, player ratings just outrate every single opinion article or any piece of news by almost double. Right, that's what was told to me. People are just sick for player ratings. Cannot get enough of the
stuff.
Give
me a name. Give me a number out of 10. I'm good to go.
Someone there just going fucking bang 9. So looking at it's a big old Fox Cricket graphic. 4 players. Frank Worrell Trophy player ratings. Scott Boland 8. Mitchell Starc 9. Cameron Green 6. Sam Konstas 2. Published on Insta. Liked by Sam Konstas 5. So he's positive. Yeah. He's saying positive about it. So he's probably happy with that. Yeah. No, I mean, and to be like fair, he's like 2. Yeah. I'll fucking take that. Now, to be
the boy's got to play.
2, that's a start. Ponting's back in Konstas.
Okay.
Ponting says, as it turned out, the attack and the wickets in Sri Lanka were good batting wickets and a really poor attack. And the wickets that we've got in the Caribbean have been hard for everybody to bat on. I look at that last result where the West Indies have been bowled out for 27. What world are we living in? That's just not down to high quality bowling. That's down to the service and the ball and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
He thinks he's expecting Constance to start in the Ashes. So, he's got influential people in his corner. And again, as we said, we'll just come down to the first 4 rounds or whatever it is of the Shield. Khawaja will do well to miss a few of them, and Constance will just need tons. Make no mistake, people are just slacking Constance now. People will be on Constance watch. It'll still be Constance watch first 4 rounds.
He's fucking 19. He's going to be.
He's only 19.
He's the red gum stuff. He's going to be in and around squads for the next 20 years if he plays as long as Usman. I mean, like, does anyone actually think that there's someone that could have handled the conditions better? I mean, maybe that is true. I mean, I don't necessarily see it. It might be deck chairs, Titanic stuff with new ball, good attacks. Like,
yeah, but Constance got a problem because he offended the old guard by winning the series against India by the way that he played, and now he's played the way they wanted, but that's failed. So who's on his side?
Yeah,
apart from Punter, obviously. I noticed the Australia A team. For the game they're playing against Sri Lanka, Nathan McSweeney's been elevated to open. So we're going back there.
Yeah, look at that playing 11. So it's Jake Weatherall, who I've said a storming season opening batting for Tassie, McSweeney, Curtis Patterson,
KP 3. Well, and so your top 3s, they're the ones who could probably open, right?
Jason Sanger, 4, Oliver Peake, Liam Scott, Josh Philippe, Mitch Perry, and then the bowlers. So
with Uzi, who they've said, McDonald's basically said he's in. Just write it in, write it up. He's our opener.
Yeah,
for the Ashes.
I mean,
do you want I want to commend Ed Cowan on ABC Grandstand Cricket Podcast with Corby. He spoke really well about this situation. Friends with Khawaja, etc. But his view, if I could paraphrase, is that Khawaja's in the mix with everybody else and needs runs in Shield. And that you got to take your 2 best openers.
Man. I think that's fair enough, isn't it? I mean, if you're opening the batting for Australia, or if you're opening the batting in international cricket and you're 38, about to be 39 in December, I think you might be. Then yeah, it's a watch, isn't it? Always. But I mean, I mean the coach and inside the group, they always talk about who has the highest ceiling, right? Like who has they think about the players at their best, and I am of the mind that at his best, Usman is one of the best players to open the batting that Australia has, but has the best gone? I think it's really difficult to tell given the nature of the decks they've been playing. But then when they play on in a match that didn't count, and he scored 230, I'd imagine from Usman's perspective they'd be like, it's a little bit harsh on me.
And also because Cummins and co have been juicing them for 4 to 5 years, Usman's the only one with most experience on them as well. So he actually just knows how to play on these.
I know this is what we're going back to before, but I know it's kind of shit.
It's just a matter of whether he can see it or not.
Yeah, when you want opening batters to bat on the first innings on Boxing Day and score 100 for you while you're filling up on ham and turkey. But if a guy can actually survive on these shit tips they've been playing on, so Steve Smith can do it, then I'm okay with it. Or Slug to come in at 6 and do the business like that. That's still a contribution to the team.
No, you're right. What you're calling for here is a reorientation of the Australian mindset at large.
It is a bit grand, I know.
Well, no, like it's what you get used to at club level. Like the opening the batting is the worst position for everybody. Of the top 6, the worst batters open, so as to allow the others to flourish. It's like it's planting seeds for a tree under whose shade you won't sit.
Love it.
Or some shit.
Yeah.
That's what the Australian public must understand now. McSweeney, Marnus, Usman, Constance.
Yep.
Jake Weatherald.
Yeah.
Campbell Kellaway.
Yeah. Henry Hunt.
Henry Hunt. Yeah. These are seed planters now.
Yeah.
These guys are planting seeds. They're not sitting under that shade.
No.
They're planting seeds for Steve Smith and Travis Head.
Right.
It's Clean Up Australia Day. Like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
And this is the ecosystem that Cummins has dreamt of. Mm-hmm. They're just seed planters for Smith and Head, and so that the cartel can go and do their thing. Now, is Crawley and Duckett planting seeds?
Yeah.
No, they want to sit under shade, and they're going to be sorely mistaken when they come out here. Now, can I just say one more thing on top of this? You watch, and we've already been lulled into this trap. As the phony war begins, and it has begun, you watch the English, who know that one feature of a successful away series for them is a media focus on the travails and issues within the Australian team.
Totally.
They will bang on and on and on and on about Australia's top 3 when we've already agreed that the remaining 8 are locked in and good to go, and Australia's won 15 of 18 and are pretty decent on their own home decks, and then England haven't won a test match here since 2011. Mm-hmm. But you watch them go on and on and on and on and on about it. Mm-hmm. I think the boys know how to play here, and I'm not going to go into spina bifida territory about it, but you're right. It'll be Uzi. It'll be Green will probably bat 3, and he was saying it was okay, and they'll give a Guernsey to someone.
I know. Like part of the success, I feel like, and our insanity in Australia, like we go too far the other way. Like we demand every player to be a Hall of Fame player at all times.
We're ceiling, at least Hall of Fame ceiling.
I just think it's a huge shout to open the batting with 2 guys that haven't played for Australia before in the Ashes. That feels like quite a lot. So,
yeah. See, this is the thing. Usman is a feeling, that the nation needs, and that's the thing when you are playing in the Ashes. Part of it is just the optic on screen and the vibe of the group.
See, what about this? Like, if you believe in the player, which none of us do, of course, but if you did, what if he scored 100 at Perth and he's on his farewell tour? You saying the nation's not fucking behind him?
Well, they weren't with Warner.
I would say that's an unfair comparison.
Well, it's a farewell tour in Perth where he makes 100.
No, just because David was such a good player.
He was a good player, and but I mean, there might be Warner comeback watch as well. Speaking of vibe, people laughed at Warner last time, which I thought was a disgrace. But
Brody said he wants to come back after having a look at Australia's top 3.
Look, we've spent some time with Brody. Brody's going to say a lot of things about Australia's top 3.
Yeah,
he's got a lot to say because he'll be running his angles as his want. He knows what he's doing, right? There's everyone's aware of that.
Do you think that, we've spoken about this in the past, because England have more recently done the thing, that we all crave. Like, that is an away series. That hurt. It doesn't matter that they haven't fucking won a game in 14 years here. That doesn't matter. Because when they did win that game,
that's a trap.
They absolutely pumped us here in that series. Do you think that fear governs us so much that we are...
Fear governs all.
We are so driven that we must plug every conceivable notion of England winning a session in Australia, Because there will come a time, probably the next away Ashes for Australia, 2027.
Yeah.
England will most likely win that series.
Yeah, I think the game for Australia is to clean these coats up this summer and then, just put the queue in the rack for a while and get good at T20 cricket or something, and nothing matters for a while. I think that's that's the vibe, isn't it? Yeah. It's just clean them up, let the horses run free. Yeah. Bass ball, RIP.
Good to go.
Good for you guys beyond. You guys do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Let's win a couple of white ball things. Maybe Saudis are here.
Yeah.
Everyone's, DAZN's in. I don't know.
2027.
I don't know.
Amazon pick up the rights. Behind closed doors. Didn't see it. Didn't catch it. Didn't watch it. What Ashes?
Just like I did in 05. Just like, Gideon writes about this. Just like a great win at home, and then let's just let Amazon look after the rest of it. Of what comes after. We've borrowed against the future.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So,
and we've known this.
Yeah.
We've known this.
Doesn't mean we won't complain in 2 years' time.
Oh, the show's going to be pumping in a couple of years' time.
You probably do have a selectorial problem when you're got to pick the 39-year-old.
Yeah.
Like you've made mistakes in the past. Like, you've made errors.
You all want a Siamese cat. You want options.
Yes. Thank you. So it was a shame that Josh Inglis missed out on $2,000 when he replaced Alex Carey in the last game. Did you see that?
I didn't see
that. So Carey gets whacked in the face, as we know, but instead of because Australia didn't officially activate the concussion sub, rather than just replaced Carey with a sub fielder.
Yeah.
Inglis, because he wasn't an official concussion sub, missed out on $2,000 match payment. He misses out on a cap for Australia. So instead of playing 4 tests, he's played 3.
Oh, he's never played.
And none of the catches that he took are counted towards his career. Because he was a sub fielder, not a concussion sub. So again, I don't know what racket Bailey's running, but they're obviously trying to save some money.
That explains all the firing at CA this week with the execs.
Just one more thing on Australia, before we get to... Obviously a bit to get off the chest with Australia.
Yeah. It's only 5 months away. We're scared.
So I've noticed a little bit of bubbling furor over this Australia Sri Lanka stuff.
Have you?
Now, Zandon J and Louis Smith have received first class caps.
Okay.
Having not played a state game. I think they've been drafted in from, I want to say maybe, I'm sorry, I should have done research on this, but Darwin or something like that.
Okay.
They've got experience in different states, but haven't played a state game. Now,
okay.
they're playing for Australia A. Some people are saying this has got more of a caxi feel, than Australia A, and should these guys get first-class caps? Now, I just want to ask, he goes, does this further undermine, the pyramid, the Australian cricketing pyramid, that this has happened? Apparently Payne knows Louis Smith from club cricket. Now, Payne also knows Bailey.
Yeah, okay.
So it's, once again, is it Bailey head on pike versus who gives a shit? Are you there? Are you on the side of the players like, man, how do these guys get a cap? How do these guys getting a first class cap playing for Australia A before even playing a state game? The guys in state land, furrowing the brow, or do they just go, I'm all good.
Yeah, but if they're in Darwin, it saves them a flight. Then
those red eyes aren't easy.
They're not easy
on Jetstar.
I don't know.
Is it the sort of thing that...
I mean, I haven't cared about Australia A since the early 90s when I wanted them to beat Australia when things were good.
Yeah.
Under Howard.
Yes. Do it, yeah. Well, I just in terms of calling people in, because we talked about Cricket West in the emergency meeting with legends. Mm-hmm. Shout out to our patrons. This one came in from Baggy Greens at Wimbledon, who said, Imagine if CA put the call out to Langer, Mardo, Dawson, Tugger after a series loss.
Christ. I mean, that's
what they did after Sandpaper, basically.
You know, some people would say that, you know, the greatest thing about being a pro athlete at the highest level and achieving things in the game that you could only ever dream of as a child, and then going on and doing those things in your life, that would be the success. That would be the thing that would fulfill you.
Yes.
But actually what it is then finishing your career, which is like, you know, 3 times longer than your actually playing career, more. You get to then stand over all the current players and being like, this is how you actually do it. Like, that is the satisfaction, you know? Coming together and basically having a reunion over a couple of King Lears and saying, like, first and foremost, let's get a bit of 18-karat gold on the jerseys. Second of all, you just got to get forward.
Yeah.
You know? Are you watching the ball?
Well, maybe that's part of the continuity plan after, you know, the fall-off of Australian cricket, which will be studied. Perhaps people can be like assuaged if they know that once the fall-off takes place, and it will be studied, part of that study will be calling in the Langers, the Dossers, the Tuggers, and of course the Damien Martins.
Yes.
Into a round table situation to fix and guide the youth, you know, the emerging, you know, contenders of Australian cricket. I mean, I'm around for that.
Well, if there's one thing I know about the current group is that they'd welcome that.
Actually, there's a quote from Michael Holding, actually. I should shout out Michael Holding after Sabina Park. They asked him what he thought. He said, to be honest, I've moved on from cricket. The authorities are doing whatever they feel like, irrespective of what anyone says. So I see no need to continue beating my head against a stone wall. I don't even watch the games anymore, so I'm sorry, but I can't help you.
Shit. Well, he was very anti T20 and IPL, etc. I think Australia's just won this game, haven't they?
They've actually won. Okay.
Yay. Well, it makes you feel good on a Monday morning.
Mitch Owen debuted in that.
Yep. That's good.
England, India.
Just before then, Pezza. I've got to shout out sponsor of the show, SwiftX.
Oh, yeah.
Which they probably asked for us to do this earlier, but, you know, we got on the roll. SwiftX is an Aussie crypto exchange. You can trade over 450 plus different cryptos, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Now, we've spoken about the diversifying of your portfolio with bundles. Crypto bundles. Bundles allow you to streamline your investment process by acquiring a diversified portfolio of cryptocurrencies in one easy trade, without the need to execute individual transactions for each cryptocurrency. If you're saying, here goes, what are you talking about? Well, that's where the demo mode and the Learn platform as a hub, where you can learn all things about crypto, come in handy. Now, I know they don't really want us to talk about ups and downs, highs and lows, but at the same time, you got to celebrate the wins when you get them. And I think you're having a win at the moment. I
can't say, yeah. Well, I am, yeah. I mean, I'm you know, your boy's up.
Now, if you don't want to, you know, do these sort of things by hand, you can also invest on autopilot. The auto invest feature allows you to schedule automatic recurring orders through the SwiftX app. This can be used as part of a dollar cost of averaging strategy, spreading out your entry points in crypto and mitigating the risk for poorly timed once-off trades. You can join SwiftX and get $20 in Bitcoin for new customers only by using the link in the show notes of this episode. There's 850,000 Aussies who trade with SwiftX. And we thank them for getting behind the boys in the show.
Yeah, no, they don't want us to talk about up or down, but I'm up.
Suck a fucker ding dong.
It's a suck shit. Anyone who wanted me to be down.
Your boy's up.
And also on this dashboard, which again, just
one of the great dashboards.
You know, couldn't be more intuitive. I'm intuiting every single thing happening on this dashboard. I know what to do. I'm watching numbers. Yeah. It's all good. And I am illiterate numerically. Yeah. For numeracy illiterate people, this is a fantastic platform. And I see that there is a new asset listing, which I mean is like a new cryptocurrency, and it's called Pump. And that was a very key word in grade cricket in the early 2000s.
Yes.
I don't know if it is now, but like someone would bowl pump.
Bowl pump. Got pumped.
Got pumped. I don't know if it's around as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. How are you? 2 pumps.
2 pumps.
So I wouldn't be inclined to invest in a cryptocurrency called Pump because I would imagine it would not perform.
But let me tell you, Two Pumps, he performed. He performed. Don't worry about that. Shout out Two Pumps.
Yeah, Pump. And yeah, I'm SwiftX, that's your platform. If that's what you want to do with your bunts, it is not Pump.
England and India.
Yeah.
The fourth test starts on Thursday at Old Trafford. Thursday? I think it's Thursday. 23rd?
No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. We'll record on Thursday.
We record Thursday morning.
Time difference.
Wednesday night for us.
Got
Wednesday
it.
morning,
Got
UK.
It. Okay, good. Things for us to watch
Yes.
on television.
Yeah, and a Wednesday afternoon in India.
Perfect. So England won the third test at Lords. I know it happened 6 months ago, so it's sort of redundant talking about it. But the fallout was funny. It was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Fallout. There was many things to pick up. Of course.
Can we go England first? Can we go England first?
Yeah, please.
Stokes is the main conversation post this game.
Great game.
And he was player of the match. Possum.
Yes.
70 odd runs, some shit, and
forever.
And bowling. The bowling's back, and when Stokes is bowling, everything comes together. Everything is alchemized, and he bowls this marathon spell in the fourth innings. He looks around at his mates. You called this out for those who are tuning to the dailies, and just went, "Don't know about yous. I'll do this." And off the back of an injury-plagued couple of years for Ben Stokes, watching him bowl a marathon spell, trusting his body, it augurs well and looms large.
Shit, yeah. I think his kind of bowling would actually work really well in Australia on the decks. Like he attacks the stumps a lot. The pace is there. Like the pace is enough.
Nice.
I can see it going well. But yeah, I mean the whole issue is the body, and he flogged himself in this game. No question about that. But he got the business done, and then Shoaib Bashir gets the final wicket. Obviously, he broke his hand. He's out of the series. Broken hand or finger?
I don't know.
Whatever it was.
Stokes, just reminding for those who weren't, following every ball of England India. Stokes also mentioned that he went to dark places.
Yes.
While he did it, so he's creating there's a vibe around it as well, and. Yeah. I think even some of his teammates said this, but just watching him bowl a marathon spell when he's sort of easing himself back into bowling, I think it left the nation of England simultaneously scared and aroused.
Definitely.
Which is how Stokes likes it, as far as I can tell. You never know what Wolverine will do next.
Yeah.
Kind of vibes.
And that's a fear boner.
Fear governs all, and I'm aroused. That's Stokes. And that's to his credit.
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
He likes.
Well, in that game, and he may well have won the game when he run out Rishabh Pant just before lunch on day,
and the run-outs,
whatever it was. I mean, it's the whole thing is main character energy. It's aura farming, as the kids say. I don't really know what it means, nor do I care. But that's I know it when I see it. Tires and
agriculture around aura. Just.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. And then he also got the clap back at Aggers, Jonathan Ague. So in Hobart after the last Ashes down under, of course Aggers bet Stokes that Jofra wouldn't play another Test match for England.
Well, he bet him his hat.
Yeah, yes, sort of a pork pie hat with the MCC.
Aggers bet Stokes his hat that Archer wouldn't play another Test match.
Yeah. So. You go from aura farming to betting a pork pie hat with the MCC.
That's
so that's a bit of twee England stuff. Yeah. So walk and chew gum.
Yeah.
And Archer clapped back and he said, "I never thought about not coming back. That was just you."
Well, when Archer came back to the side, Aggers presented Stokes with his hat after the toss on day one. So he was good for it. He was good for the bet. And then Archer turned up post-match interview with Aggers on day 5 wearing the hat. Of course, so it all kind of came together humorously.
I feel like in football culture, fans like it when managers and players clap back at the media. Whereas I feel like in England, because there's such a great community around the sport, that they don't necessarily like the clap back. Like this is all sort of fun and games. Like we're all in on it. Pork pie. You know what I mean? So I wonder if people loved that. Archer said. That was just you. That was going to come back, or if it was
relatedly,
social post.
I don't know. I mean, did we see in this match, an evolved England emerge? Because you're right. the players and the press are fairly supportive of each other. I mean, I think this current England side doesn't really give their press that much, but they get a lot of support. Really, the players probably could be more grateful for that, because there's fucking heaps to talk about with this England team and heaps to sledge, and it doesn't really happen.
Yeah,
but
if you sledge them, then you just don't get it. So,
that's fucking true.
Yeah,
you're right. But Archer said, in this game, Stokes batted for the first, only the second time in his entire captaincy tenure, and they weren't always playing 50 over cricket.
I think they went at 3 and over.
Yeah, at times, and
which is just normal.
Yeah, it was there was a bit of tortoise, bit of hair, Darryl hair, and there was some sledging as well.
Yeah,
which I haven't seen for a while. We saw Brendan McCullum, getting the boys up and about, getting in Washy's face for Washington, saying that they were going to win.
Yes.
Washington being positive in the way that I thought England might have taken credit for, but no, that was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah,
but
that was arrogant.
That was arrogant to do that,
would.
The players would have played that on video, and that would have just given them something to look at.
Yeah. They would have got some digital assets and put it on the wall in the dressing room.
Yes.
And there's the team talk done.
Yeah, and the team talk's done.
Yeah.
And Joff says after the victory, we all came together as a group yesterday and said, we're a bit too nice.
Right.
When we go to other places, some teams aren't as nice to us as we are to them. I guess we just tried to shift it. So... Are England getting nasty, and how is this helping the game of cricket?
Well, England are the good guys. So
they're getting a bit nasty. Dock 2 points for slow over rates.
Yeah,
don't really understand that. Liam Dawson is coming in, so Shoaib Bashir is injured, but then they sort of, even though he's injured and he can't play, he's out for the series. He still came back on and got Siraj's wicket and iced the game and his finger. And Liam Dawson comes in. So Liam Dawson, just to give a bit of a profile to him, he's 35. He's decent numbers with the ball. Decent numbers with the bat as well in county cricket. His international career kind of stalled in 2017, 2018 or some shit.
Yeah.
So he's got some white ball stylings, which a lot of people have said would be quite, would have synergy with Bazball. With the ball, he's wily. He's similar-ish numbers to Jack Leach. Can hold up an end. Has been effective in the fourth innings. A lot of people are like, this guy's more skilled than Shoaib Bashir. Can we please get this guy in? Mm-hmm. As far as I can tell, there's always, but the reason why he hasn't been selected is because there's always been a watch on whether he drinks or plays golf correctly. It's a culture fit situation, as far as I can tell. England's a demonstrably more rounded unit with him in it. However, is it rounded for Australia? Is it Australia rounded? Because the Shoaib Bashir is an Australia-only selection, much like Zach Crawley, etc. It's they want height, they want levers, they want bounce, they want things that are big and extreme and fit for 2017.
Yes.
But a lot of people are happy that Liam Dawson's in because he deserves it and it's probably been the next cab and the best performed spinner in England. And he can bat a bit.
It makes sense. So Shoaib Bashir's not a golfer, I don't think. Not a big booze hound.
Okay.
But he's big.
Yes.
And he played for Linfield.
Yes.
These things are sort of
Gideon made the point in his 20-year retrospective of the 2005 Ashes that 05 Ashes side from England had tall players. So they had guys that were taller than Australian guys, and he makes the point, Gideon, because he's intelligent. He's like, being tall doesn't make you good at cricket, but it does create presence. So you had your Harmisons, you had your Flintoffs. Who else was tall? You had your KPs, Trescothic. Guys were big in that side.
I feel like actually Giles was quite tall.
Giles is there.
Tell you who wasn't tall, Simon Jones.
Never played again.
I came up on my social, the ball he bowls to Michael Clark, and Mark Nicholas goes, that is very good.
Yeah. It's pretty, as far as the rhythm of the sounds of that, when you've got the crowd.
Afternoon fading light.
Yep.
That's one of my favourite balls of all time.
Yeah. Just natural swing. It's a great ball. It's a great delivery of a cricket ball. The ball's been delivered beautifully.
Doesn't do that anymore, and that's because of the shit jukes. So what has been very
cows and grass, and supply chains.
Yeah, Cummins, jumbo jets. So what is frustrating is that in this series, the 3 tests so far, they try and change the ball it's nearly every hour.
Yeah,
it's
on the hour.
Brian Henderson. And so England got docked over 8. So like was it day 3 or day 4 of the Lord's Test? Or was it day 2? Oh, it was one of the days. They were 15, 16 overs short of the day. And like, I'm with you on this in that like over 8s, ball changes, grim chat, but like it's so present in this series that it's like, it's fucking exhausting. And like, you just want to sort it out. Dukes has said like that they think you should change the ball after 60 overs instead of 80. I don't know. It's like it's frustrating watching it when like the game stops for a few minutes when they're trying to change the ball. And on top of that, because they're not really buying many spinners, England especially, that they're so far behind the over 8. Now, like, you get a result, and I understand, I would understand from England's perspective or Stokes' perspective. It's like, yeah, but we're getting completion of the game. I think like even match officials and, fourth umpires and stuff, they're like, we'd actually expect you to bowl 90 overs. Just get close to it.
Sounds like a perfect storm. Like it's a bad batch of balls. There's it's been an extremely dry summer.
Yeah.
And the England team have ordered in some very dry decks, like without the grass to preserve the ball.
Right.
And so it's resulting in these situations where like you've probably got this confluence of like the ball is out of shape. The method for judging whether it's out of shape are these strange toy handcuffs that can go through or not.
Yes.
And also professional cricketers get very upset when like things aren't perfectly in their to their liking because they play in the mentality of getting little edges and like teams are scoring runs and as we've seen in the past, like you can get a new ball that like does heaps more. You're like, why don't we try another ball?
Yeah.
So and I'm not saying every single ball change is down to that. It's like, oh, I don't like what's happening. I want to try a new ball. But like there's going to be a factor of that where players are like, well, let's just try something else. Let's just change this up. It's not working for us. I mean, you don't go changing the ball when you're fucking steaming through a side.
Yeah.
So
when you get to the nets at training and then there's a batch of balls there and some of the balls are fucking shit.
Yeah.
Mate, like until I actually hold one, it's happening in the game. Maybe we should call our jets about what the state of these balls are because maybe they actually are fucked.
What is fucked?
I mean, yeah. If it turns into an oval, saying that'd be quite fun to bowl with, I'd imagine. Can the batters ask for a ball change? I feel like they can. I think they can.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like I've seen it before. Maybe not. Maybe I made that up. Now, India lost the games. Let's check in with them.
Yeah, they're at a new stage of the tour.
Of the tour? Yeah. Ashwin tears into Paul Rifle.
Well, hang on. Just before I get into this.
Okay.
So just to set this up, so India's 2-1 down in the series. It's been a wonderful series to boot. They've won the most days in sessions, but not the most test matches. Suck shit. Like that's how cricket works. Yeah. But it seems like they're at this stage of a standard tough overseas tour where it starts with excitement and then there's a bit of teething and then there's some glory. Now they've fallen behind and things are appearing very unfair and online rhetoric intensifies.
Ashwin tears into Paul Rifle, urges ICC to take action. Whenever India bats, he feels everything's out. So here's what Ashwin said on his YouTube channel. My experience with Paul Rifle, I want to talk to him. I'm not saying that I should tell him to give it out. It's not like that.
He says you need to set him up when you play with him.
Whenever India bowls, he always feels it's not out. Whenever India bats, he always feels it's out. So one thing I do know is
if this is happening not just against India but against every team, then the ICC needs to look at the umpiring. He went. Can I just read? There's more quotes here.
Go on.
He suggested a wider trend in Rifle's decision making.
Okay.
So he says, but this wasn't the first time a wrong decision was given. My dad was watching the match with me, and he was saying if Paul Rifle is there, we won't win.
Interesting, yeah.
Whenever Paul Rifle is umpiring, decisions go against India. When we are bowling, umpire's call is usually not out. When we are batting, there is no umpire's call in our favour.
Yep.
There's something there. My dad says whenever he's umpiring, India lose. Just per Wisden.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? So shout out Wisden. Wisden just did ran the numbers on it. Went nah.
Yeah.
Just 14th Test match involving India. 20 ODIs, 5 T20Is. India's won nearly 60% of those games in which Rifles officiated. And he said it's like they're like it's pretty much even around the overturned calls.
Well, one thing I do know is that an Australian would definitely want an England team to win. That's one thing. If there was any bias at play, it would be an Australian umpire helping England win. If he was cheating.
Well, there might be something here because Sonny Gavaskar is also speaking about this stuff.
This is interesting, though. This is interesting, I thought.
Well, this is after KL Rahul was given LBW via DRS.
Right.
Right. So just the appeal went up.
Day 5.
The ball shown to be cannoning into the stumps.
Yep. Decked back.
Yeah.
Hit him.
That was Stokes, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was it Stokes, was it?
Now, Sonny says after the you see the trajectory.
Yep.
The ball tracking.
Yep. 3 reds.
Surprisingly, this one didn't bounce that much. When Indian bowlers were bowling, balls were going above the stump, mostly in reviews. I am questioning the technology.
Yeah. Well, we have seen that in Melbourne.
Yes.
When Jaiswal was given out
That's right.
to a Pat Cummins slower ball bouncer, and there was a clear deflection.
Yeah.
But that could have been an optical illusion. So we have seen this before where technology is against India.
Yes. Well, the humans and technology are against India.
Yes.
2-1 down in the series.
That's going to make it hard for them to win the series.
Yeah. Well, it is, I don't know how they do it in the truck because I agree with Sonny.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the ball's decked back from Stokes and the guy in the truck's going, well, that's just salmon.
Yeah.
Fix it. Yeah. Just get the lines going. Yeah. So,
well, the guy in the truck said, "My dad says it's out."
I came across an Instagram ad, which was a collaboration between Brydon Carse and Step One Life, where Brydon says, "Recovery day with at Step One Life, best boxes in the game and an essential part of my kit. So far, so good." I was like, popular product. There's 1,098 comments. I'm like, that's a popular product for Brydon Carse flogging boxes.
Probably tagging friends.
Yep.
Get a load of this.
Every comment says Jadeja is your father. So, I know England won that game, but probably 1-0 India vis-a-vis the old fathering.
You know what that is? Engagement, baby. That's numbers.
Brydon Carse knows what he's doing. I've enjoyed the emotion after the loss, India's loss. Mohammed Siraj on Instagram. There's a story up there. It was a story. I don't fucking know. It's just a static picture of him on his haunches after Shoaib Bashir rearranged his stumps. And it's just a static picture followed with music with the lyrics flashing up of Linkin Park, in the end, doesn't even matter. Well, what song's that called?
I can think of the song and the lyrics of it, but I don't know what the song is called.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's just like England. Results don't matter. It's how we play.
Good to see that India-Pakistan's cleared for the Asia Cup.
Thank God.
After all that, 2025.
Thank God.
Government approval, ready to rock.
Where are they playing, do you know?
I
Sri Lanka?
do not know, but I don't think it's in India or Pakistan.
Okay. Okay.
So,
hey, Pezza, good news.
Yeah.
6 points pal is back.
Oh, yeah.
So you can celebrate Australia's clean sweep, or you can celebrate England being 2-1 up, or you can celebrate Paul Rifle being against you, or the guys in the truck. There is 2 links in the description if you're in the UK, if you're in Australia, 2 links in the description of this show. You can get your case delivered to your doorstep in both of those countries. 6 points pale, back for winter, back for summer. You know what we should do? We should actually get Schooner Scorer to do that's what we need to do.
Well, Schooner Scorer did do one at a cricketer's pub in Richmond, where he scored a beer called the Triple C.
Yes.
And if that's not a reference to, Century Circuit Chop, which has been established legally. Well, at least I can, there have been legal salvos exchanged mentioning Century Circuit Chop.
Right.
But I'm just saying, so Schooner Scorer has inadvertently been involved in, TGC lingo.
So we need to flick him some bunts and rate a 6 points pale.
Yep.
Or if you just want to do that and just buy it, just hit the link in the description.
Do your own screen of scoring of it.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's talk about the Champions League's happening, Pezza.
Yeah, nice.
Here's what Bredig said. A men's 2020 Champions League will be relaunched as soon as September next year after the tournament was backed by key member countries at the International Cricket Council's annual conference in Singapore. Test cricket's future and a possible split into 2 divisions may also be decided by the end of the year after the ICC formalised a working group to reshape the game's calendar from 2027 onwards, according to 2 sources with knowledge of confidential discussions. So, there you go. Champos.
Anthem.
Champos, 2 tiers. Oh, 2 tiers. Anthem.
They'll have an anthem, I'd hope.
I just want it to be the Champions League music, and then if you're from a country that doesn't get behind that, you can just boo it. You can boo it when they play it.
Do the Poznan. But like,
yeah,
because the actual the European Champions League anthem for football is has like verses in different languages, right? It's like German, Spanish, Italian, English, maybe.
Which says the champions, yeah.
Yeah, just different ways of saying champions and what we're doing as champions therein.
Yeah.
So you'd have to probably do like English, maybe 3 Indian languages.
Couple,
You're probably going Hindi, Kannada, maybe Marathi, Telugu.
Yeah.
And then into Afrikaans, Urdu.
Maori?
Yep. Yes, I think so. That'd be good. I hope that there's an anthem as part of it.
If you want to submit yours, hello@greatcricketer.com.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who's on Patreon? He's an opera singer.
Oh, yeah. Ruari.
Yeah,
Brown.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, good memory from you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's come. Yeah. Patron again. Yeah, but Ruari, he, what do we get him to sing? He was singing Nessun Dorma, but finishing it with Boys.
With Boys,
yeah. And it was really good. We'll play that one day.
It was fantastic,
yeah.
The next 3 World Test Championship finals are going to be in England. That's 2027, 29 and 31. Fuck, 2031. That feels like a long way away. All the finals
it'll come up.
Be played in England, as confirmed at the ICC's annual meeting in Singapore. England's ability to sell out grounds for neutral games, lack of international fixtures in early June post-IPL been credited for that decision. There's been no indication yet as to whether it will be held at Lord's specifically. Of course, the first one was held in down in Hampshire. The next one was held at the Oval, and this most recent one at Lord's, of course, which was a massive success. So I think it'd be great if it was held at Lord's every time, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm surprised it hasn't ended up at Ahmedabad.
Yeah, I mean, I reckon, even though like the chat has been like, well, they can sell it out and in England and it's great for atmosphere and stuff. It must be that like, does it get like fucking hot in India in June? I think it might, yeah. So because I think the scheduling is that there's not a lot of international cricket held just after the IPL, so that window works well. So therefore, it couldn't be in the southern hemisphere, of course, because it's winter. So I mean, I know Australia we're in it, but it is just a great place to play a big final. Like a red ball final Lords.
Oh,
like it's just great.
It's goated, really. Like Test cricket in England.
Goated.
S-tier goated. Mount Rushmore.
AskTGC, you can send in your questions to the main pod. hello@gradecricketer.com. Of course, this next couple of minutes is exclusively what happens on Patreon if you want to sign up there. But if you want to just get a question in for this main pod and you don't want to sign up to Patreon, send in your questions. hello@gradecricketer.com. I've got a couple here, Pezza. Just a short one here from Eli. Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse, Jim Morrison, and the Windies cricket team. They're in good company.
Oh, I see. Yeah, nice.
I think that's a bit harsh. I mean, the Windies have just lost a T20 as well, so tough times ahead.
27, right? That's what we're talking about.
I think we're talking about the 27.
Yeah. Jeff Buckley.
I think they just played that game because it was better for the TV rights. I think they added it to this series because the TV rights would be more valuable if Australians could watch it more of the games, because the first 2 Test matches started at midnight, finishing at 7:30 in the morning. Hard for Aussies to watch. Whereas the pink ball Test match, it was starting at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and then finishing at midday, so Aussies could watch more. Therefore,
so
TV rights go up.
is like West Indies coffers predicated on the idea that they believe Australia is a rich cricket nation that watches the games in July.
Yeah.
They're going to be sitting there going like, where is everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not as funny as it seems, but...
we barely woke up for Boland's hat-trick. That's going to be a trivia question. It's not fair, is it?
That's how we have said though, that is the apex of Australian sporting success.
Indifference.
Is national indifference. Entitlement and indifference.
Night Watchman with a hero complex. Dear Peasant Higo, long-time listener, first-time questioner here. I've recently relocated to a new city and I'm currently deep in the murky waters of club negotiations, or as I like to call it, politely being ghosted by club secretaries once they've seen my play cricket / my cricket stats. I was hoping to get your sage advice on what I'm actually worth in this strange new marketplace. As a person who plays cricket, I know I am not worth much in a social setting, but in a cricket club, am I a hidden commodity? Here's a taste of what I've included in my carefully curated cricket CV. Recent second 11 captain, where I experienced a severe lack of respect despite leading from the front in warm-ups and sucking up to retired grandfathers who spent their Saturdays umpiring. Took out the second 11 best and fairest last season, a dominant campaign against some of the most unpredictable 15-year-olds and grizzled veterans going around. And my piece de resistance. I was sent in as a night watchman in our first grade grand final 3 seasons ago, where I faced the wrath. Late on day 1, slept poorly, and then calmly, brackets nervously, hit the winning runs halfway through day 2. Yes, it was a filthy hack down the ground. No, I did not celebrate, as I knew I would never amount to anything ever again. Yes, there is footage, and yes, it has been sent to prospective clubs. And no, my dad wasn't there to watch, nor was my wife. Now, I know the whole dollar a run model is unrealistic. Let's be honest, that would basically amount to volunteering. So what's the modern equivalent for a clubman with leadership credentials and one glorious moment of first grade clutchness? Club kit, subs, a sign-on payment, or dare I say match payments? Or do I have to accept that I am worth nothing? Also, serious question. Can I continue to live off this past glory? And if so, how long for? Does, quote, hit the winning runs in a first grade grand final as night watchman belong on my cricketing CV forever? And if so, does it actually add value either financially, emotionally, or spiritually? I appreciate your thoughts on this delicate negotiation dance, and more importantly, I need validation, so thank you for reading. Love the pod, love the chat, hate cricket, cheers. Night watchman with a hero complex.
Yeah, brother, you got a lot of problems. I mean...
Yeah, all good, mate. Everything okay at home?
Like the first thing you want to point out, especially for new listeners, is like the he's attempted a classic of the genre here of like the apparently self-effacing paragraph about being sent in as a night watchman in the first grade grand final. Halfway through day 2, I hit the winning runs. Okay, still at the crease.
A hack down the ground.
Yeah,
I didn't celebrate.
Yeah, I didn't celebrate. It was a filthy hack down the ground. Yeah, about half the day. And he goes on to say that he's got a father and a wife.
Yeah.
It's all these things. He very shrewdly, or he tries to be shrewd, like shrewdly rejects all these things that nobody suggested need to be there, like dollar a run.
No one's saying that. Yeah.
I know dollar a run's unrealistic. All right, well, no need to say it then.
We reckon, boys, match payments?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Club kit, subs. So, like, is this what's going on in club cricket now? Like, you fucking negotiate club kit?
Are there so few players?
Is this Australia? Because if so, this concerns me about like the future of cricket in our country. If like there are blokes relocating to new cities going, mate, 3 years ago I want a one's grand final in fucking wheelie bin shit. Can you sling me some club kit? I'll negotiate for it. What's going on?
We are in trouble for the Ashes.
Honestly, a sign-on payment. What the fuck is this?
A sign-on payment is going to the pokies with the club secretary, him walking out and go, there are your winnings, son. Now let's go get a rub and tug.
Yeah, sign-on payment is just no. I mean, perhaps this is, this is more reflecting on, our own age. But perhaps these are the realities of cost of living, and inflation. I mean, the thing is, he's playing, he's captaining twos, and he's the best player in twos. He's best and fairest in twos. So all that says to me is that first grade never wanted him in the side for some reason. So if I'm a club secretary, that's probably why I'm ghosting. I'm going, what's the story behind play cricket here?
Being asked to captain twos is a death wish.
Yeah,
that's a handshake which says you will never play in the top team.
Here's the ceiling.
Yeah, please develop the juniors. We really value your leadership.
Yeah, I think especially if you're the best player in the comp. So if you're captaining twos and you're just sort of a avuncular developer of youth because you've got a job and all this sort of stuff and a wife and a father and all these wonderful privileges.
Maybe a car.
That's all well and good, but if you're captaining twos and you're dominating the comp, which just is just screaming please put me in a different level, and they're like, nah. Skipper.
Any youngsters coming through?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Jimmy getting a bowl. His leg is coming out all right. Dealing with fathers, and I mean, he says he gives it away at the start. He's like, so I really hope this is going how he expected it to go. He's just go, here's what you got to do, mate. Yeah. I experienced a severe lack of respect despite leading from the front in warm-ups and sucking up to retired grandfathers who spend their Saturdays umpiring. Despite. It's because. He's free kicking. This is a free kick, isn't it? I mean, look. It is at least he's being honest, right? This has always been a phenomenon. And when you are a fringe player, you call yourself ones twos, which basically means you're twos or twos threes or whatever, right. And you change clubs for whatever reason. You do believe that you can negotiate things. When the reality is you're just going to turn up to the training and just pay the fees and go through the rigmarole of the nets and games like everybody else. Anything that's said over a coffee or whatever is it's just empty, isn't it? Yeah. Nobody's giving guarantees for anything.
No.
Right? So at least he's honest about it. But the negotiation dance is very funny, Oh, you averaged 20 last year. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, well, maybe able to, say in twos. I mean, what are we doing? Delicate negotiation dance.
Yeah.
And night watchman. 3 years ago.
Well, I mean, I think to answer that part of the question, I'd be dining on that part forever, but just privately. Don't bring that into dinner conversations with your wife. For instance, So
yeah, I mean, I think 3 years on, you can drop the night watchman from that as well. Totally. I mean, he might be saying that because he's there are people from that club will be listening to this going, he came as night watchman, Yeah. So it's good for him to get it all out there. If you know this guy, any other details, send it through. Why don't you let us know what's... No, we won't do that.
Yeah.
$1 a run.
A dominant campaign against some of the most unpredictable 15-year-olds. That just means they're shit. Sean Tate was unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yeah. An unpredictable 15-year-old.
Yeah, now that's concerning.
Means he might steal your wallet if you bat for too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to play against a bloke called Wallets.
I remember playing against a bloke who had a guard dog.
What do you mean?
He used to bark at you when you got out. Chained him up.
All right, that'll just about do. Not bad for covering barely 2 games. But hey, nice to be back in Australia. And thanks for having us
Thanks for permitting us the break.
Thank you for that as well, and thank you to everyone that came up to us in the UK, asked for photos and that kind of stuff. It's been great to reconnect with you. We're back in a couple of years for the Ashes, of course, but we'll be back again on, I guess, Thursday morning Australia time for day one of the fourth test of that series. And we'll be back again next week for this main podcast as well. So plenty more to talk about. I guess the world's going to flip on its head and we'll figure out who's going to bat 1, 2, 3 for the Ashes for the series that starts in probably more than 100 days, I'm guessing.
If England wins this game, favourites and possibly 5-0. England.
Hard to see how Australia wins a session in the Ashes.
Mitch Owen, 27 ball 50 in this T20, by the way.
Really?
So maybe bring him in. Just pinch it. Could do worse.
Could do worse.
We saw Konstas do it, but perhaps Mitch brings a few more skills to it.
All right. See you guys on the internet whenever you want to see us next. Goodbye.